What's new 99? Today we have a special guest, CalzoneOP. Today we're talking about content creators and how content creation has changed over the years and how some of it's similar. Introduce yourself, Cal. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
All right, what's happening, everybody? My name is Tom, also known as CalzoneOP, and in today's video, no, we're doing something different today. We're on Zell's wonderful cast that we got over here. I stream video games, produce content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, I got it, and we go from there.
Yeah. And Cal is a fellow content creator. He's a streamer and YouTuber, just like me. I'm a podcaster, YouTuber. He's a streamer, YouTuber. This will be on Spotify. By the way, remind you, if you're on Spotify or any other streaming services, Apple Music or whatever this is on, hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts below. We want to hear it. But first is why? Why are we content creators? Why do it? Why do you do it? Why do we do it? Cal, I like your thoughts first.
Sure. I think content creation can be a bunch of different ways. I think people do it for different reasons, and I think some people just stumble upon it. Like for me, I used to stream way back when, like 4 or 5 years ago. I used to stream Counter-Strike and a little bit of Rocket League, but mainly Counter-Strike. That was my main game, and the whole point of it was my boys wanted to see what I was up to and like what Counter-Strike was and my perspective when I'm playing competitive as opposed to when they were, and they wanted to see the different like play style, game style, all that. Like, so I used to stream without even a webcam way back when, and then I got a webcam and all that good stuff. But originally all it was is so that I could show my friends the actual game and my gameplay and how I did it. And it just kind of grew from there for a good portion until I had to hit school, and then I had to stop doing that. And because the wonderful internet upstate was not very good. Thank you, upstate New York internet was not a good thing. But now we're back to 0 ping, so here we are. But so at first, for me at least, it was just to show my friends how I played and stuff like that, or demonstrated a game. And after that, it became more of playing with other people or having other people there while I was playing, because I'm not a big single player game. If anybody knows me, I'm really just emphasize on multiplayer games. That's really all I'm into. FPS, MMORPGs, stuff like that. I'm not crazy about like single player games like Fable, or I don't know why that came up, Fable. Who plays Fable? But like Fallout, like I'm not big with that stuff. Like I'm really not. I like having the competitive edge on people. That's like that's why I play.
Fable, a throwback, bro. I love the first Fable.
Yo, you remember when you could rent games from Blockbuster, bro?
Yeah, and then they start charging $50 after that because people steal the game.
That's one of the only games I have ever rented was Fable 1 or 2. I don't even know. It was way back when. I played it for like a half an hour. I'm like, this thing sucks. And then I returned it immediately. That's how, yeah.
I am a single player RPG type person.
Yeah.
So basically, like I said, I'm a single player. I love Skyrim, Oblivion, Outer Worlds, Fallout. I love games like that. But I also love separate games. I just like the story. And I love games I can mod too. So that's one thing too.
Yeah. Big with Skyrim and stuff like that. As far as I heard. I never even played Skyrim.
Yeah. But it's a big game. The reason I content create is because I love to run my mouth. Is that...
I mean, it makes sense.
I like to talk. So why not use it? I like to talk. And then most of the time I'll be by myself because I'm like sort of an introvert, sort of an extrovert. I prefer to be by myself, but when I'm out, I can be very extrovert like. So I'm like, normally it's 50-50, but I usually prefer to be by myself, which is weird because every test I get, I literally get at least 5149 every test. I done took that test like 15 times. It's 5149. I even try to answer different. And I still get
5149. This guy.
But yeah, I just like to talk, and then it's like stuff interests me. I'm interested. Like Cal and talking to me, I'm interested in random stuff. Like I listened to a friend talk about makeup like 2 weeks ago, and she's like, "Why do you care about this? You ain't doing makeup." I'm like, "I know. It's just interesting. I like to learn stuff. I'm curious." I like right now YouTube. I'm like in SEO and figuring out all that stuff, and that's why people like.
Yes.
Yo, so people like, so you interested in it? Like, yes, it's fun figuring it out and then growing from it. That's very fun to me.
That's for sure. I really do love the SEO side, like the analytics and stuff like that. I don't want to say I come from an analytics background because I definitely don't, That's kind of what I went to school for. So like I really do find myself attaching myself more to like the YouTube analytics side and how to grow and stuff like that. Meanwhile, in reality, I should probably be doing it more rather than like just looking and trying to learn how to do it. And I should just be, you know, putting my foot on the pedal and just doing it. But, you know, that's another story to its own.
Yeah.
Well, Gary V action.
Yeah, Gary V. I listen to his podcast all the time. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Shout out Gary V.
Vayner Media. Yo, he gives good advice too. He's like, he can see where things going and know it's gonna be big. And he's like, you should get on it quick, right now.
Yep.
Get on TikTok fast. I'm like, I don't want to, Gary.
Yep. No, he's a big doer. That's you know, I really admire that about him. Where a lot of people, you know, they always talk about it and they try to plan it, and if you keep planning it, you're never actually going to end up doing it because you're never going to find that perfect opportunity to actually execute.
I was telling my boy about that the other day. I'm like, bro, we've been trying to plan the perfect way. I'm like, bro, the best way to do it is just to practice. So I put out a video almost every day.
Yep. Dude, that's crazy.
And I actually enjoy it because it's me figuring out SEO and how the YouTube algorithm works.
Yes.
So I put out a 3-minute video every day talking about something. Sometimes I don't care about it, and I still do it because I somehow twist it into a thing I care about. Like I don't care about. I'm sorry, I don't care if I did this video the other day. I don't care if Ellen a horrible person or not. But I twisted how people put this expectation on a person on the camera, a content creator, and they put it on them, and these expectations like, oh, she's positive on TV, she's positive in real life. It might not be true, and that's what I focus more on that video. So that's like a very interesting take from me wanting to actually do that video.
Cool.
Yeah, and which also leads to my second point: why are people doing it now, and has it changed? Cal, what's your thought?
Oh, 100% it's changed. I think everybody and their mother and little Timmy wants to be a streamer / content creator / whatever you want to call it. I mean, I think if you look at it, you know, it's kind of a dream for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like, or I don't want to say a lot of people, but think about it. Everybody or most people play video games, and who doesn't want to make a career, make a living out of playing video games? You're able to travel the world. You can make your own schedule. You're the CEO of your own life. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. You can move literally anywhere as long as they have decent internet. Like, it sounds like a dream to a lot of people. It's very appealing, and anybody could do it. There's no age limit. You could be 8 years old and you could be making videos. Maybe you won't be able to stream on certain websites, but you can make videos on YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a lot of little kids on YouTube. I think it's changed too, and I find a lot of people aren't doing it necessarily for what it used to be for. Like you said, you did it 5 years ago just to show your friends how games and how pro level stuff.
Yep.
Now I feel like since the age of Ninja, Little Ryan on YouTube, you know Little Ryan, the toy guy that my
yes.
People saying that, like people are actually even putting their kids on there now. Like, yo, you do it. I need some money. I'm like, and I feel like it's kind of watering down the platform a little bit. Not that it's still not great content creators, but it's kind of like putting so many out there that you don't really get people to just love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people are in it for the wrong reasons. I think if you don't really enjoy it and you're just going after the money, a lot of those people are, you know, after 6 to 8 months to maybe even a year if they last that long, but they're gonna get burnt out and they're gonna quit. People don't stick into this. A lot of people don't stick into it. It's just not the way. It's not the way it works. People want, you know, instant results, and this is not something that's going to happen for most people. I don't know a statistic, but I'll throw one out there for shits and giggles. 95% of people are probably not going to make it. Probably more than that.
Yeah.
But, you know, especially within the first 6 months to a year, it's just not going to happen.
I saw Ninja said this. He said, "What's the thing about a new content creator?" Ninja even told him, and people got on his neck about it. They were about 4 months ago. He like, "Chances are you won't make it." And like that's just me being honest, and people got upset about it. I'm like, he's not lying to you.
It's 2020. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's not lying to you. Chances are you doing it, you won't make it, and that's why, as Cal said, you have to do stuff you love, or it's not gonna work. It's not, if you don't love doing this, if you ain't a nerd and want to study SEO, even on videos you don't care about, and then I like doing my little poetic videos, which come out like as Zell Theory, they use them more poetic. Like those are the videos I like, and then studying stuff, you are going to burn out. Even if you love it, you'll probably burn out sometimes.
Yep. That's happened.
Yeah,
Yep.
like you like like doing this consistently over time is rough. And I want to know Cal thoughts, because it's a different type of burnout on Twitch and YouTube. And I want to Cal thoughts since he's done Twitch. I haven't done Twitch much, but so I can't speak on Twitch part. But I want to see the difference between burnout on Twitch and YouTube. And if Cal, I'll speak more on the YouTube burnout too. So
Sure. So as far as burning out on either platform, I mean, I think it's a little different. Whereas YouTube, you can like kind of lose your mojo, or like for the SEO or your analytics might not be working, and you tried this, you tried that, you've been posting videos every day, every 2 days, whatever. You're trying to switch it up and still not working. That can be very discouraging. You can also just run out of ideas. You could just have a blank tray. Like for me right now, I'm playing a bunch of different games. So GTA, Tarkov, CS:GO, Warzone, a little bit of Fortnite on the side, and like you're like, wow, but where do I want to go? Do I want to start with this game? Do I want to do this? How do I want to brand myself? Like there's so many things. So now I'm like, which route do I want to go? And I'm not actually doing it in that way. So like I definitely am going to fix that very, very soon. But besides that, I think there's two different burnouts. If you're going to be doing Twitch, Twitch is not a discoverable platform. You're more than likely, like I could stream, 8 hours a day, whatever it may be, and you could get 0 viewers during that 8 hours of streaming. So essentially doing nothing, you're not growing. It's, you can entertain, those viewers that you do have, but in reality, your channel is not really growing. And that's where YouTube comes into play. So then you try to do YouTube, and then you realize, it's not as easy as a lot of people think it is. So then they try that, and then they do it for 6 months. Doesn't work, and then they burn out, and then that's it. They quit.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. My experience with YouTube, we figured out the music algorithm. Because if you look at my videos get 30 views, and all my music get like 3,000 to 20,000, sometimes 40,000, and it gets like I looked at my analytics this morning. All the songs at least get like 50. Even old songs from 4 years ago still gets 50 to like 1,000 views every 24 hours. And my video don't get nothing, but that's because the algorithm been in my channel. But so I got to figure out my algorithm myself, which is very fun to me because I figured out the music algorithm. That's why I've been on YouTube so long. I figured out the music algorithm. And I figured out how to use it with Instagram too, because it's just not YouTube, because it's kind of hard with just YouTube algorithm. But you mix in both, it's pretty good. So it's like very hard at first when you figure it out. If you're not willing to figure it out too, it's kind of like a burnout thing. And like Cal said, YouTube is more ideas and trying to figure out your ideas and mold it. Because I think a lot of people get the wrong idea when they come on YouTube. They're like, yo, I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to make funny videos. Even if your videos are good, it might not work.
It's true. You
can make a great video and then no one sees it. The thing about YouTube is you got to keep making great videos. And then when one get discovered, they look at the other one. And you can't at the same time, you want to focus on one thing, but you shouldn't focus on one thing when you first start. Like you should take your interest when you first start now. You should take your interest and play with it. And figure out what your niche is. And then once you figure out your niche, you go with that. Like we got a friend, me and Cal got a friend, Miller DC. He found his niche, boxing.
Shout out Miller.
Yeah, shout out Miller. You find that niche, you stick with it. You do how-to videos on games. That might be your niche. Cypher PK. He's known for that. Found that niche. That's how you grow. Other people went early on in Fortnite, found montages and stuff or full-fledged videos. Or Chap has found the Fortnite Rewind. He does stuff like that. You find your niche, you go with it. Like that's YouTube. True. But a lot of y'all don't have the patience. Because YouTube is a grind too. And Twitch is a grind in another way that Twitch actually, if you don't love gaming, Twitch can get very hard if you're in there for the viewers. Like Cal said, it's very hard for if you just in it for the viewers. It's really hard because some days, and I think some of our friends are finding this out. Some days people won't even talk to you, or your friends will be busy,
Sure.
and no one will talk, and you still have to be engaging.
It's true.
And I'm gonna let you, but Cal, you have to be engaging because it'll be a lurker in your chat that say 5 viewers that he's just gonna see if you're gonna be engaging or you just gonna sit there. And I know it's hard to rev that up. Cal, what you thought?
No, but I lost it. But So I think Twitch is it's not the discoverable platform. So that's what you have to do. You have to either go on YouTube or TikTok or anything that's more discoverable than. If you could do it on Facebook, it'd be discoverable on Facebook by all means. But you have to do some sort of a platform where you're going to be able to find an audience. Because on Twitch, you're not going to be able to find your audience. More than likely, you're not going to be able to unless you know people already in the industry that are going to be either A, hosting you or playing with you or creating like a story. Like a lot of people that I find that are being really successful now is like if you look at like the David Dobrik model, how I'm going to call it. If you look at anybody who's associated with David Dobrik, they're doing very well on pretty much any platform because if you look at it, David Dobrik's vlogs are essentially like, I guess, Friends, like how the show was, Friends.
Yeah.
Or did that come out in the 70s? I don't even know. But whenever Friends came out. And if you look at it, it's kind of like David Dobrik's vlogs have a bunch of friends. They all have like their own characteristics. It's like a show. It's like an ongoing show that doesn't stop because usually on like old school TV, you have your show, you have your characters, you have everything develop and all that, and then it's over. Once the show's over, once the season's over, whatever it may be, once you finished it, it's done. That's it. In David's vlogs, you can literally follow every single person who's on there, and you can follow them on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, or whatever it may be, and the show never stops. It just keeps going. And that's what a lot of people, if you want to be successful on Twitch, you either A, have to already have an audience, B, have to build an audience from scratch on somewhere else, or C, know somebody that already has an audience and is willing to put you under their wing to incorporate you into the Friends style where you're the funny guy or you're the stupid guy or you're the, whatever role that you're going to play. That's kind of, from what I've seen, those are like the 3 ways. You either grow on Twitch or you don't.
Yeah, because natural growth is very hard unless, and I always tell people this, most people I've noticed just go to the popular game first.
Sure.
And I'm like, it's cool if you like it, because I'm not, trust me, like I said, you gotta love it to just keep doing it. So if that's your game, play your game, please, because it's gonna be a long road. But if it's not your game and you playing it, it's kind of not a smart way to do it. It's kind of dumb to go into a Fortnite directory with 3,000 streamers in it and hope you get recommended on the Fortnite tab is very unlikely. And it doesn't lower. That's why their views so high.
It's true.
It's not smart. The same thing when Valorant was hot. Going on there be like, oh, I'm going to get... The thing is, if you like another game, if you like Borderlands 2, right? And then it's only 100 people on there, it's more likely you'll be noticed than Fortnite with 10,000 people on there at a time. So if you like other games, you should play other games because you're more likely to get hosted. You're more likely to get noticed by people looking for that game.
Yeah.
Because the list is not as long. Going down like Fortnite directory is like so many zeros and ones, and you just scrolling all day. But it's true. But that one, it might be you get 5 people. Because my friend Welch is playing Blessed Unleashed. He got hosted by a developer, and he get hosted all the time.
It's the way to go.
Yeah, so, and he loves Blessed Unleashed. He in Germany right now, so shout out to him. But,
cool.
But yeah, Mina plays Apex. My friend, shout out to Mina. We doing shout outs today to the stream. But
shout out to everybody.
Yeah. But
if you aren't living under a rock,
yeah, but
you should know these people.
Yeah, but she plays Apex. Dardouche and other big streamers have hosted her because why? it's more noticeable. You know what I mean? It's more noticeable to that point. And right now we're gonna take a little segue for me to tell you to follow Calzone. Link is in the description. Follow all this stuff.
Guy.
Very smart guy. Very fun. He's very funny. Even though he doubts himself sometimes. I tell him that.
Yeah.
But if you're on any Apple Music, Spotify, anything else, hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe.
Like the video.
Yeah, like the video. And this leads to my next question. That's a great segue. Going Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Commercials. Is content creation becoming more Hollywood-esque? That's a quick, because I got thoughts on this, because I've been doing these little What's New 99 videos, which this is the What's New 99 podcast. But I've been doing these videos, and I got thoughts on it. I'm going to let Cal get his thoughts on this. He's been looking around YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that.
Sure. So, is it becoming more Hollywood? I think so. I think anything can be Hollywood as long as it becomes more mainstream. And I think gaming as a whole is going to become more mainstream. First, you played a bunch of games, you have a computer, you spend all this money on peripherals and all that, they classify you as a nerd. Nowadays, it's becoming, kind of like the norm. Most people are going to be wanting to do that rather than just buy a PS4 because there's so much more, hype around the industry. I think gaming as a whole is just starting to really manifest into something great.
It is, and that goes to the first point I was talking about. When I was talking about, is people doing it for the right reasons? It goes back into it. People think it's easy money. They see Ninja make millions of dollars. They see Lil Ryan make millions of dollars.
Right.
It is getting more political. If you watch the H3 Drum Alert, all that drama, it's getting more political. YouTube is, Twitch is too. You see they making councils now and all that. Got a little drama with the council.
Yeah.
But you start seeing more councils, more people being involved, more big companies, more opportunities at the same time, but more opportunities taken away, more focus on this instead of that. Like you see YouTube focus on certain people more than the creators. I don't know if you notice, if you look in your trending, it's usually big creator, 15 sponsored video from Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Then another top streamer, a top YouTuber. Then 3, and then like a smaller YouTuber that video just popping off. And then 10, like it's getting more like these people are important. And that's the part I kind of don't like. Even though it's understandable because they are a growing business at the same time. But I just want to remind Twitch and YouTube, little warning, don't forget who made you. The content creator made you, not the celebrity that in Hollywood and can go to Hollywood at any time, especially when it opens back up. But yeah, it's more about marketing, how you self-image. People start to focus more on how their image is now online. Where they start creating, I know it's a big deal when Ninja went PG for the kids and all that.
For the kids, yeah.
Yeah, like it start becoming more of that focus group. Like I'm focused on this. I'm focused on image, how I look. Instead of just getting on and gaming, now you gotta think about how did my hair look when I cut the camera on. Do I look okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that just goes around with branding and marketing and how you want your brand to be portrayed. I think that's kind of standard with whatever type of business you do. Like let's say, for example, easiest one, shout out Chick-fil-A. Every single time you meet a Chick-fil-A employee, they're always so pleasant. Like that's just part of their brand. You want to associate Chick-fil-A with happiness and friendliness and create a warm environment. You say thank you, they say my pleasure. It's just the way it goes. Like it's. That's their marketing, their branding, and how they look and their image. And I think that's important to any brand.
It is. I think
unless you're Drum Alert. But,
Yeah, you H3 Drum Alert. Those channels, their whole image is not having an image, and I actually think it's a market for that.
For sure.
I said this in a video last week. I think the image of perfection and all this branding kind of lead a lot of people to the other way or imperfection.
Right.
I was
For sure.
I was thinking about that with Takashi and even the
Yeah.
president, or even with Trump. Like in a way, like people like, oh my god, he's so real. Even if they're doing a character, it's still real because it goes against the norm. And I
Yeah.
think people kind of appreciate that since everybody else is so, you know what I mean, so positive.
Yeah.
And even if they aren't positive, back to the Ellen situation again, like the whole image of that we create. I think people feel like that's a thing. That's why I think even those content creators that seem a little toxic getting a little boost right now.
Yo. I think that's why YouTube really got big to begin with, is because people were just, at home making videos, being real, unscripted, amateur stuff. And now it's starting to make a shift. But I think that's really why people started watching YouTube videos, because it was a creative thing. It was different than norm. A lot of people liked the personality aspect. Like you feel like you're closer to somebody rather than you're just watching a TV show that there's no real interaction, or there's no real like the person. Like it's not like that. When you're watching TV, it's just you're from the outside, whereas YouTube you feel like you're more almost involved.
And a lot of these YouTube channels are becoming a lot more scripted.
Oh yeah.
There's like whole production teams on them. I'm like,
yes,
this
yes,
is a
yes,
TV
yes,
show
yeah.
now. You got 3 camera angles on one shot.
Yeah.
Some of them might be like, shout out to you, bro. I don't know how hard that
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Especially with a small team to get that whole scenario set up. Shout out to you.
That's for sure. I forget. Goddamn. But I don't want to say his name wrong, but I do follow this one guy. I think his name is Ben Mala. I know I'm gonna say his last name wrong, but he was he built his YouTube channel really, really fast. He's a real estate developer, investor, stuff like that, and he would basically take piece of shit properties and not necessarily flip them, but he would rent them out and just make his living off of that. And I think it was Ben Mala, and he was very real, very open, very raw. And I just watched one of his videos the other day, and it literally felt like I was watching MTV. And I think that's where people are going to start going against it and not really feel like it's real, not feel like it's supposed to be that way. That's not why they were following. And there could be a negative backlash. When I was looking through his comment section, a lot of people felt the same way. I was going through this. I'm like, this seems like more of like a not necessarily like a soap opera, but it seemed like a reality TV show, and I don't think that's what his fans were looking for.
Yeah, I noticed that it works in some cases with the David Dobrik's and the Logan Pauls, because they like quick action, pop, 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 and that's Nickelodeon style. You can probably say Jake learned that from being on Disney, and then it's like people took from that and started making these productions where it's fast paced. Kids gonna like it, but for people like you said, Ben doing real estate, that doesn't. It's not gonna feel the same because you're not people that's looking are not children, basically.
It's true.
Like people that looking are not children. Next subject, and the final thing before we get off, Cal, unless you want to talk about say something else on that.
Whatever it may be, go for it.
How do you grow and why you might not be growing?
How do you grow and why? Well, right now my Twitch is as far as followers and all that, I'm actually declining. So I'm definitely not growing. YouTube is slowly, steadily growing. I'm not posting nearly as much, but the YouTube is definitely growing. I think I hit the SEO mark for certain things. My how-to videos are doing fairly well compared to the rest of the channel, and I'm going to be moving more towards YouTube content, and maybe I'll try TikTok and stuff like that just to build the brand. But as far as Twitch goes, I don't know how to grow on Twitch. I have no idea. The only way that I know how to grow on Twitch is to bring people over from a different platform.
Yeah, that's the only way I know how to do. That's why, like he said, grow on YouTube. In 2017, I was really hot on Instagram. I figured out the algorithm. Like I said, had 90K weekly. You know, the little 7-day thing, and it was just new one in 2017. So I was hitting that. And the thing about then was I was consistent, and I knew what I wanted. And I think in a lot of ways, once you do that and you figure out the content, what people want, you figure out your algorithm, I think that's how you grow. And I think a lot of people not growing, a lot of people hearing this podcast right now are not growing because I don't think they figured out quite what they want to do and what fits them. Like I tell Cal all the time, he is a great speaker. Put more speaking content out, Cal.
I gotta do a lot with the content, let me tell you.
Yeah, like
that's for sure.
Like one thing, like once you find your gift, your niche, and that's anything you do in life. Once you find your niche or your gift, you weld it, you mold it. What they say, 1,000,000 tries till you perfect it. And that's two things right. You need: consistency and knowing what you want. And if you attack that and you work on it and you practice it, I think you can make it on this. It's very hard, but I don't want anyone to think it's easy. That's why I put out like a video a day. I literally do this all day. I want to get better at talking, consistently speaking, million times. Cause Cal, I recently just looked up the beginning video of all the biggest YouTubers.
Sure.
They were trash, Cal.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's true.
Shane Dawson, 2015, okay. Cringy. Rice Gum, 2017, cringy. When Logan Paul first started making his vlogs, not the little vines. Vines are a little easier. Cringy. You know what I mean? Yep. Joe Rogan's first UFC fights. He even said, "I didn't know what I was talking about." Now he just got over $100 million a year from Spotify talking. And each one of these cases, I'm telling you, Cal, it took them years to get this point. I remember Close and Tifu saying, we both streamed 3 years, PUBG, H1Z1, all those games for 3 years with one viewer. So the thing is, if anyone if you're disheartening, just know that it took Ninja been streaming for what, since 2014, 15? Like,
that's all right, yeah.
Yeah, so it's about consistently doing it, growing it, figuring yourself out. Because even what you're doing now might not be what you're doing in the future.
Sure.
And you just keep growing from it. Because this is a grind. So I know a lot of people got like different thoughts on things. What you think about that, Cal? Because I think that's one thing. Because I just watched Gary Vee said he worked in it for his dad for like how many years while he was trying to get VaynerMedia up?
It was a couple of years at least. It was good. It was a good amount of time.
Yeah, and then he figured it out, sold it for what? He made his daddy millions of dollars, right? And just left. With the brewery.
It was something like that, but I don't think they sold it.
No, he didn't sell. I'm talking about he made it as when he became the manager.
Oh yeah.
And then he just like let him have it, and then he kind of just went through his own thing. Like it took him years to figure that stuff out, man. So like I said,
absolutely.
So
that was the big thing with Gary. He just did it.
Yeah, you gotta learn. Like you gotta want to, and you got I said, don't. This is basically the thing of this whole podcast. Do things you love, and don't and figure out how to make it work. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, just do things figure out. If you like boxing, just don't do a boxing video. Figure out how to make it work. Same thing with Miller. Cal like cars. He likes other things, and some of them I heard some of it growing. How's the car Instagram doing?
It's good. I think we're at a little over 15,000 on there, and it just keeps going. Yeah, every week or so we get a couple hundred.
See, it's nice. Yes. And that's how it goes, man. It's just about being consistent, finding things you love, doing what you love to do. If you love video games, play video games, do it. Be engaging to your audience. Review what you did wrong. If you don't like something, fix it. I don't like how my mic sounded today.
Okay.
Tweak it. I don't like my camera angle. Tweak it. Little things can make a big difference. The way your lighting setup can make a difference. You know what I mean, Cal?
True. Lighting's everything.
Yeah, just a little way I tweak something. Maybe I need to buy a new light. Whatever, man. Just figure out a little thing, man. It's a journey, man. Just enjoy it. I feel like a lot of content creators losing that, and that's the whole purpose of this thing. I feel like we see that success and then we just want it instead of like don't want to go through that grind.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your thoughts, Cab, on the content creator?
I think that's pretty true. But what is the question referring to as far as the content creator?
Like basically an overview of what we talked about today.
Overview.
From the what is a content creator to passions. I just gave like a speech. So,
True.
I know it's kind of hard.
I think if you want to be a content creator, I mean, I don't know if I would even classify myself even now, but if you want to, I mean, you really have to really want it, and you want to be consistent, like Zell said, and put those two together. And if you have passion, consistency, you might succeed. You might.
You might.
You just might.
Figure out your SEO as me and Cal have deep conversations.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I want how this works for Google. We find it on Google. Yep. You do this. Like, it's very entertaining, by the way. Like, it's very fun trying to look at.
True.
Cause sometimes certain tags don't help you as much and kind of hurt you, and then some do, and it's interesting to figure out. So.
Yep. I think a big component is to learn as much as you possibly can, upgrade as much as you possibly can, and by upgrade I don't mean buy a bazillion monitors or buy fancy lights or anything like that, but upgrade everything that's going to help you succeed, whether it be a new video that you were watching and you can upgrade a couple settings, like Zell was saying, upgrade your or not upgrade but necessarily tweak your settings on your webcam, move it over a little bit, be creative, reinvent your space. Yeah, even the space that I'm in, like I have weird walls, like they're coming in from different angles, and my walls are wood panels, and they're not very good looking. It's not very appealing. So what did I do? I bought a bunch of these little panels, and I made it look halfway decent. And that's just, you got to be creative in this field, and if you're not, well, you will be, because that's what's going to happen if you stick through with it. Because your mind's going to keep moving, and you're just going to constantly be thinking, oh, I could change this, or oh, I could do this, or oh, this might help, or this might look good, or this might help the brand, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and at this point, me and Cal we're still small.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not Kid Credit Player. He get all the views except for my one video. But
sure.
So we're still figuring out, I helped figure out this here. But my boy, he killing it now. Shout out to him. He's about to probably go gold on Bubble Up. And maybe bottom too. Let's go.
Cool.
Shout out to him on the Overall 9AET channel. Cal, where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me at CalzoneOP on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. I'm there.
Yeah, man, come out with killer clips. Very smart dude. You can find me, as you know, 99_Zell on all social medias. You can find Overall 99ENT. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music. By the way, before we close, just remember to like and subscribe on this video if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, Apple Music, or any other service, hit that follow button. And we're going to see you next time, you freaking sexy alphas. I love y'all.
Hell yeah.